A 30-day plan on how to get so good at English that you cannot stop speaking it. Now, I know this sounds like a huge and ridiculous plan to have in just 30 days, but trust me, it is possible. But it's just gonna require a little bit more effort, dedication, and practice. Are you ready to take your English to the next level? Let's get started. So we have a plan to speak so good in just 30 days. The first thing we are gonna do is to divide our plan into smaller actionable goals that are easily achievable. So in 30 days we have 4 weeks, right? So what you're gonna do is you are gonna divide these 30 days into 10 days each. So we are gonna have a set of 3 10 days. So now that we have divided our 30 days into 10 days each, let's set a goal that we can achieve in the first 10 days. So one thing I needed to understand is that English is a skill, and some of the minor skills in English include speaking skills, listening skills, and comprehension skills, and they may include grammar and vocabulary, right? We are gonna align these skills to a set of 10 days. The first 10 days, all I want you to do is to start with basic knowledge. It's kind of like introducing yourself to the English language. Please don't make this one mistake that most beginner learners make. They end up going to YouTube and watch a ton or a million YouTube videos in English where they don't understand anything, and it becomes so hectic to them and they just give up or quit. That is because that is not the first stage to learning English. The first stage is to start with basic knowledge. But that is what I want you to do in the first 10 days. Look for a basic English textbook with exercises, either at your local library, or you can just do that by googling online basic English textbook. You can also look for some basic English storybooks and start introducing yourself to the language by learning the basic words in English, like how to say hello. So you are gonna use the English basic textbook to learn basic English words, like the name of objects around you. So the first 5 days, I just want you to read the basic English textbook and just familiarize with the language. This is gonna help you just have the basic knowledge in English. So the next 5 days, what you're gonna do is you are gonna take some exercises. If the English textbook you chose doesn't have exercises, you can just Google it on like basic English beginner exercises and just take them for the remaining 5 days. So now that we are done with our first 10 days, let's move to the second stage. Most beginner learners usually start at this second stage. That is where they make the biggest mistake. So the second stage is improving your listening skills. In this second stage, we are gonna introduce ourselves to how the language actually sounds like. So once you've gained basic knowledge on the English language, it's time to introduce yourself to how the language actually sounds like. And this is where YouTube and podcasts and movies comes in. So what you're gonna do in these 10 days is listen to English passively. Listen to as much English as possible. Podcasts, YouTube videos, movies, TikTok, Instagram, just anything in English that you can listen to. So one thing I want to advise you is just choose something that you are interested in. Choose a topic that you are interested in, something that is fun and you enjoy listening to. You can also choose a movie that you've already watched in your native language, but now watch it in English with no subtitles. And when you are choosing something to listen to, please stick to one English accent. Don't mix up British and English accent. This will end up confusing you. Just stick to one accent. Once you're set with one accent, then you can move to another accent. This is because the accent is totally different, and you might end up confusing yourself in this stage. One tip I'd also like to give you is you can listen to English passively, like when you're walking your dog outside or when you're doing your chores like washing dishes and cleaning the room. You can put some English music in the background and listen to while you do your chores. At this stage, don't even worry about speaking it. All you have to do is just listen to the language for 10 days. Once you're done with the second stage, it's time to move to stage 3. So what you are going to do in the last 10 days of our 30-day plan is you are gonna practice speaking English. So you are basically gonna improve your English speaking skills. So in this last stage, you are still gonna continue listening to English, but this time you are gonna listen to English and pause and repeat it out loud. So let's say you are listening to a YouTube video, right? Let's say they say the first sentence. Just pause after the first sentence and repeat that sentence out loud. Some of the ways that you can also practice speaking is by self-talk. Take advantage of self-talk. Talk to yourself in English. Everyone always talks to themselves. There's always this inside voice that is always talking to you. Take advantage of that, and instead of using your native language to talk to yourself, try talking to yourself. Try using English instead. The third way that you can practice speaking is by recording yourself. Now, I believe you are watching this video through a phone, or maybe you are watching it through a computer. I believe that you have a phone either in your pockets or just maybe on top of the table, or maybe it's charging. Take advantage of that phone. Press record and just record yourself while speaking in English. Once you're done, sit down, listen to yourself talking in English and make correction. Be your own teacher. Another way that you can practice speaking is by speaking to others. You can either speak to your friends at school, or maybe your colleague, or just someone around you that speaks English. You can try speaking with them, or maybe discussing different topics or your days in English. You can also join English online apps like Duolingo and interact with fellow learners in English. And you are gonna do that for 10 days. If you repeat this process for like 3 months, imagine how much your English will have improved. Imagine how good you will be at English that you wouldn't probably want to stop speaking it. And you know what? I have one question for you. Do you know your English level? If you don't know, then you better watch this video. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, let me know in the comment section. When are you going to start doing it, and what strategies are you going to implement from this video? And if you are already good at English, tell us your English journey and let's connect. And with that being said, let's catch up in the next one. Bye bye.